Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Firefly. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 5 of Firefly. I have to tell you that with every episode that I watch, this show just gets better and better and better. And I know I get to watch it differently than how it aired. And I feel like if it had aired this way, and it didn't have any obstacles in the way, it didn't have people messing with it, like it would have done so well. Maybe it wouldn't be a cult favorite because there's so little of it to enjoy, but I feel like it would have been bigger and it would have lived on for many more seasons. And it's such a shame because it's such a great show. And to where I was more looking forward to like space shit and the sci-fi elements and ships and like all this. It's so not about that with this show. I'm really enjoying the characters and the character building, but also the moments of like levity where you have the humor and then the darkness that follows that. And then, these moments of heart and where you just have like your oh moments or like, oh my God, are they falling in love moments? Or, just humor between like people in the crew, especially like the last episode. I don't like when people are mean to Kaylee, and I feel like she's the little sister. So like she gets picked on or she gets teased, they kind of just do that to her. And it's not because they're disrespectful to her. It's just that's kind of what they do to their little sister on the ship. And I was really getting mad at Mal. I was like, hey, you know better than to speak to her that way and to treat her that way. And, at the very end of the episode, when she's staring up at that dress and like just kind of remembering the day that she had, I really love that we're not trying to change our characters from who they are. It would be really easy to, have her all of a sudden be like really ultra feminine, like Inara. And, like she had her moment, but she did it in a way that it was very much her. She didn't have the fancy dress that everybody was like, wow, she's stunning. She had the one that she felt so excited to be in and she was happy to wear. And then when she's at the party, she's not trying to change who she is to fit in. She is 100% Kaylee. And that's why people were drawn to her. Mostly men. I mean, yeah, she was talking about ships and she knows her shit. So it was just really enjoyable to watch and to see. And I absolutely adore her. I adore her so much. And I'm really, really starting to like get attached to Inara. I really like her character. It's a slow development. It's not anything that's like in your face, like, oh, watch her change over the course of all these episodes. But it's like the little things that like you learn a little bit more about like what a companion does and like how respected they are in society and how much power she actually does have, especially after Atherton. Which was delightful to watch. But the fact that Mal has kind of an issue with parts of her job, but like really really likes her, I think. I mean, who wouldn't? She's stunning, but like, she's a good person. And we see that like she's not all just a beautiful face and a nice body wearing nice clothes. Like she very much is like a counselor or a motherly figure on the ship. And I think that that's something that's attractive and that like, draws Mal to her is that she is a good, kind person at heart. Now, I think Mal kind of like almost doesn't like that about himself, that like he's gonna do the right thing, because it's even though he wants to be like, I think this criminal, this person that does the crimes and a thief and wants it to be just the way of life and be easy for him. I don't think it is easy for him sometimes. I think that there is a moral compass that like is fighting inside of that brain, not like Jane, who like could just do it and not have a worry and never think about it again, not feel guilty whatsoever. But I think Mal kind of has that little angel devil moment more often than he would like to have it. And I really like that we got the conversation with him and Inara where like she's like, why would I leave Serenity? And he's like, can't think of a good reason. And like they're having a moment where they're like saying something, it's like an unspoken thing where they're not going to quite go there. And I don't know if they ever do, obviously, like in the series, because sometimes it takes a while for those relationships to develop, because they want to like keep you on the edge of your seat, like will they, won't they. But I would really like for them to have a better relationship where he does not call her a whore. like like they have way more respect in this universe because of her being on the ship. He could just be a little bit more appreciative. Yeah, there's probably sides about her job that he'd rather wish he didn't know about, but that's not the facts. The facts are is that she's helping them. So have a little bit of compassion. Stop using the horror word. God, that bothers me. Now, absolutely love that we get this hot and spicy relationship with Wash and Zoe. Like, I love their relationship. I love how they talk to each other, how they treat each other. You know, like Jane saying oh, Zoe should get naked, and like Wash being like, no. But like he's like, Captain, can I buy her a slinky dress? Like he very much like thinks his wife is just the hottest thing, and like loves her from the tip of her toes to the top of her head, and it's vice versa. You know, she love and adores that man too. I absolutely want to see more of that. I love that. It's like my favorite like little like love story that already exists. Like this is like couples goals. Now, of course, the last episode, you know, they were kind of being held by Badger, so they couldn't go find Mal and Inara, and they were kind of like planning this escape, that they were gonna like have this distraction, and I love that because it shows just how loyal they are to Mal, and how they're like, okay, we're gonna go rescue him, we're gonna get him out of this. I love how they were coming up with this plan, and you know, all it took was like River's weird ass walking in and just putting on a show. Like, the fact that she could pick up Badger's accent, like, first of all, like, accents are hard. Like, they're really, really hard. And a Cockney accent like that, especially hard. Like, you can, like, imitate certain words, but she was saying full-on sentences. Like, Summer did such a great job with that. And, like, just kind of just seeing a whole different side of River. Because there's sometimes where it's just like, I don't know why she's peeling all the labels off of the food. And maybe, like, that's something that, like, we touch on in the next episode. I'm not sure. I feel like there's a progression to her character that it'll all add up. But like, you know, she's just kind of like space cadet. And I hate saying that because I sound like Jane when I say that, but like she kind of is, where I'm like, I don't understand what's going on with her. And then all of a sudden she like pulls that and I'm like, wow, wow. Again, I don't know what her power is. I don't know if it is, psychic intuition, like how she can just like copy Badger, but then like kind of put him in his place, and make him just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave her alone. Like it was just a fantastic moment, and I hope we get more of her. And especially thank you for everyone who pointed out in the comments about her being outside in space, that it might be quiet for her because she can hear voices, and because she could hear the screams from the Reaver guy, and you know, like she's always like hearing things, and like it seems like it's painful and scary for her, and her being out in space and kind of being in the vacuum of space, and not only like, you know, is that like amazing to like look around and just see vastness all around you, but for it to be like mildly quiet for her. You know, I think I think that's like a nice side to see, because normally it's weird moments, or moments where she is freaking out because she's heard something, or she's in pain, or she had a telepathic moment or a psychic moment or something. And it was nice to kind of see like a happy, smiling River, and then especially after the Badger moment. I mean, yeah, like I don't know if she can always get us out of a pinch so easily, but it's Badger, so I mean, I feel like he could be fooled pretty easily. So, of course, the next episode, there's probably going to be some more thieving, more crime. Got to make some money. I know that we had cows on our ship. We were transporting cattle for Harrow, which was really interesting that they were having this heartfelt moment between Inara and Mal. And then, did I just say Mal? Mal. Damn, I do that a lot. Nucleus, whatever. Words are hard sometimes. But they had this heartfelt moment between Inara and Mal, and then all of a sudden, cattle. I was like, okay. So maybe the next episode is them dropping it off, or that's just where it ends. I don't know if it's like episodic adventures or if it's a continuation of a story. I feel like there might be some story elements that there's a continuation of, but it's always a new adventure every episode, it feels like. So I don't know what I'm in for in this episode, but damn, looking forward to it. So let's get into it. And thank you, Rod, for the t-shirt. Shiny.
Previously, your shepherd.
Ooh, previously on.
You willing to fight that hard to protect my property? I'll have it in your hold before midnight.
It's good to have cargo.
I love that it's a continuing story of the last episode. It's funny that I just said, oh, even if it doesn't, no big deal. Oh. Cool fence. Town estate. 11 years ago. So Simon and River, like a backstory.
We got outflanked by the independent squad, and we're never gonna make it back to our platoon. We need to resort to cannibalism.
No.
That was fast. Don't we have rations or anything?
They got lost. We're gonna have to eat them in. This whole conclusion is fallacious.
Is that Zac Efron?
I absolutely forbid it.
Dad.
Dad!
I will not have it in my house. But since your mother's already ordered you one, I guess I should give up the fantasy that this is my house.
Are you kidding?
You will repay me by becoming a brilliant doctor. That's the deal. Dedicated source box, brilliant doctor.
I guess that works for him.
You think I let you work with something second-rate?
Thank you.
You're worth it.
Aww.
Now, do you think it's possible for you two geniuses to give your tired old dad a couple minutes quiet?
No! No!
Oh.
You can't just dig into me, shove 20 needles in my eyes, and ask me what I see!
Yeah, at all. That's not good on a regular day. Oh. That sounded mean. I don't know if it was or not.
So she's added cussing and the hurling about of things to her repertoire.
Atta girl.
She really is a prodigy.
Oh, come on.
As soon as we unload, she can holler until our ears bleed. Although I would take it as a kindness if she didn't.
Human body can be drained of blood in 8.6 seconds given adequate vacuuming systems.
See, morbid and creepifying,
I don't
got
mind
no
it.
problem with.
Yeah.
Long as she does it quiet like.
If you have some
I'm not the
expertise.
doctor. And I'm not your go-around babysitter either.
Mm-hmm.
Gag her if you have to. Got trade to be done.
He's sometimes very abrasive. He's not wrong, but he's abrasive. Oh.
You see that? If it happens to be something we need, we take it.
Pit. Ugh. Okay, well, it's nice to see background of River and Simon. It seemed like they had like a normal-ish family life, except they were geniuses. But their dad seemed to really love them, and I think that that's fantastic. Oh.
About time you broke in them British shoes. Yeah, get
Oh,
along.
Jane. He's in his element, isn't he?
They walk just as easy if you lead them.
I like smacking them.
Really? Couldn't tell. He needs a cowboy hat if he's going to be working with cows. I'm obsessed with hats. I don't know what it is.
Sleep and eat.
Oh, Jane, leave her alone.
They weren't cows inside. They were waiting to be, but they forgot.
Oh.
Now they see sky and they remember what they are.
Oh.
Is it bad that what she said makes perfect sense to me?
No. It does make perfect sense.
She didn't mean any harm.
I never figured she did, but when a man engages in clandestine dealings, he has his preference for things being smooth.
It's
She
not
makes
going to be
things
smooth.
not be smooth.
Right. I'm very sorry if she tipped off anyone about your cunningly concealed herd of cows. A walk.
Yeah, someplace away.
Alliance has us marked as fugitives.
Closest
Fair.
alliance is the cruiser Magellan, hours out from here, and I promise you, they ain't coming to a backwater like Janya.
Yeah, but the people skinning things are people you don't want to run into.
You think
This would make a nice gift.
Or
Gift? For whom? It's rich.
for Mr. Simon.
You know? Oh, for Simon.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so spry. You just want to take a bite out of him all over, you know? Careful.
He's behind you.
Jenyon, Prairie Paradise. Good God, they're asking money for this crap?
Hard to believe, ain't it?
Bummer.
I consider this fun. It's fun, being forced to the ass end of the galaxy to get to live on a piece of Lasso wreck and eat molded protein and be bullied around by our PN.
Easy, Simon.
Lassa?
Sorry?
That's her ship.
Serenity ain't Lassa.
No, I didn't mean.
Yeah,
You're gonna give her the ick.
And if that's what you think of this life, then you can't think much of them that choose it, can you?
You hurt our girl. You best apologize. Now go find your sister, because she's probably getting into trouble. She's probably digging a hole somewhere.
Last time with cows.
Hole.
If there was an idea regarding beagles, they have smallish droppings.
That's a lot of shit.
About a minute from now, we'll agree on 25.
Seem a mite jumpy to you?
A little bit, yeah. What have they seen lately?
Maybe we walk away entirely.
No, you're gonna offer
I'm
25.
thinking you do that, and we got ourselves trouble.
We can go to 25.
Well, you seem like clean and virtuous boys. Done.
Marcus and Nathaniel Crane, you are
Oh.
both wanted in connection to the illegal killing of Rance Durbin. You are bound by law to stand down.
You know, I'm starting to find this whole planet very uninviting.
Yep. Whoa. Well, look at that. Did they find Narnia? She's gonna start dancing, isn't she? I like that Simon is just observing her. See, she's smiling. You have to let her be free. I mean, she causes a ruckus most of the time, but like, you know, when she smiles, it's nice.
I'd like to see some paper on that cattle.
Oh! Who was shooting from afar? Was that Zoe?
Never goes smooth. How come it never goes smooth?
Because that ain't the show we're on. It's a nice little, there's always a fight. So, like, that's nothing new, but I like how it's being intermingled with the dance. I wonder, I mean, because she had, like, dance experience because she was supposed to be practicing for her dance recital, so I wonder if it'll bring back a memory of, like, her childhood. Oh, no! No! The one guy we need. Or the other guy that we need. This is not okay. Can someone put pressure on that wound?
Just means you ain't dead.
Oh, that's what she was talking about with the blood leaking out of somebody's body. It takes 8 minutes for... Did she say it takes 8 minutes for blood to leave the human body or something?
He ain't breathing.
Wash, I want you to go to town, see if you can't find that Ginseng Myung, the doctor.
No talking.
Do they need a doctor? Do they know he's a doctor?
Your sister is fine, Simon.
She's not fine. Didn't you look at the letters? Look at the letters. These phrases, they don't sound anything like her. Some of these words, they're misspelled.
She's a genius.
She started correcting my spelling when she was 3. I think there's a code.
And he's a genius. Listen to him.
It's one of her silly games. You two are always playing.
No.
She is trying to tell us something that somebody doesn't want her to say.
Mm-hmm.
You're a surgeon in one of the best hospitals in Capital City. You're gonna throw all that away? Everything you've worked for your whole life?
For his sister that he loves? Yeah.
And nothing is going to keep you two apart for long.
No, oh no.
Found you.
Bring her!
Okay, well, at least they're together.
Settlers up in the hills take people sometimes. Usually tradesmen and the like. And now they got themselves a doctor.
Yep.
And we don't. Forget them. We already lost 2 people today. If I can help it, we won't lose a 3rd.
Mal.
Wash, get us in the air.
You promised you wouldn't leave them.
Once the captain realizes what happened, they'll come.
See there? No one's coming for you. You just keep moving.
I mean, obviously they're gonna go back for them. I'm pretty sure Kaylee will convince Mal.
You know where you can find what you need.
Don't recall inviting you onto the bridge.
You didn't. Mal, you know where you can find a doctor. You know exactly.
Nara, he was dumb enough to get himself grabbed in broad daylight.
I'm not talking about Simon. I'm talking about medical facilities.
That's not an option.
It doesn't matter what you want. He's dying. And we need a doctor now.
What are they talking about? I am lost. Okay. Are you stealing stuff, Jane?
Dear Diary, today I was pompous and my sister was crazy. Today we were kidnapped by hill folk, never to be seen again. It was the best day ever.
Jane.
Now we're talking.
What are you gonna do with that? Come on.
Amazing we kept him this long.
I thought he was gonna put it on. I was like, that does not seem like something Jane would wear.
You sure this is where you want to be? Oh, I'm fairly certain it ain't.
Oh. Oh. Asking for Alliance help. Okay. I mean, it helps that they don't have people that are wanted on their ship.
Is there a sickness here?
Nothing is special. Just people get sick or injured. But sometimes...
Sometimes you need a doctor.
You could really help this town.
We aren't an emergency facility, Captain. Our services aren't available simply to anyone.
Matt, my ident card.
Is Book somebody important?
Get this man to the infirmary at once.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
She won't get a good conversation out of Ruby, I can tell you that much.
Oh, they're having a
Go to
conversation. I bet you River's communicating with her right now.
River?
What's wrong?
River's gone. So's the girl.
I'll check out back.
How does River, like, sneak away so easily?
I took you away from there.
No.
I know I did. You gave up everything you had to find me. You found me broken.
He loves her.
It's hard
It's his
for you.
sister.
You gave up everything you had.
Mimi, everything I have is right here.
I always wanted an older brother.
These are better than the Camberson's berries.
They are. Except they're poison.
I wondered about that, actually.
You believed her. Made a face.
You are such a brat.
Her sister got killed. Mother got crazy, killed the sister.
Oh.
That one lived. No one's been able to get Ruby to speak even a peep. Ruby doesn't talk. Her voice got scared away. How do you know?
My sister's... She's very good at...
Reading minds?
And they shall be among the people, and they shall speak truths and whisper secrets, and you will know them by their crafts.
What are you talking about?
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Oh boy. You only have to worry about the Sanderson sisters when it comes to witches. Just saying. And that's only if you're a child.
I had to leave your mother at the dinner table.
I'm sorry, Dad. You know, I would never have tried to save River's life if I had known there was a dinner party at risk.
Are you trying to destroy this family?
I didn't realize it
Jesus.
would be so easy.
Yeah. Ooh. Damn.
You're not a witch, are you, young Xingda?
He was sick, and he was getting better. You were alone in the room with him.
Oh! Oh!
This girl reads
hell
minds
no.
and spins falsehoods. She's a witch, and we must purge the devil from her with fire.
Reads minds and says falsehoods? She read your mind and sensed a falsehood? Okay, book. Oh, damn. You got a body on you. Okay, they're gonna show up and save the day, I'm sure, but...
Take me instead.
No!
Take my life for hers.
The
You're a
witch must
doctor.
die.
No! Get away from her!
I did not think we'd get a burning at the stake when it came to River. Never saw that coming. Okay, Simon.
Light it.
Time to go.
Hell yeah. That's hot.
Here's the guy there just in the nick of time. What does that make us? Big damn heroes, sir. Ain't we just? Sorry to interrupt, folks.
This is a holy cleansing. You cannot think to thwart God's will.
Y'all see the man hanging out of the spaceship with the really big gun? Man's looking to kill some folks. But really, it's his will y'all should worry about thwarting.
Girl is a witch.
Yeah, but she's our witch. So cut her the hell down.
I love it. Oh, he's got to put all the shit back.
Hey, Doctor. Glad you're back now on the ship.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. Captain, why did you come back for us?
You're on my crew.
Yeah, but you don't even like me. Why'd you come back?
You're on my crew. Why are we still talking about this? Chow's in 10. Don't need the dress.
It's reason enough, is it not? He didn't have to like you. Oh. His dad was ready to cast him off, and then Mal's like, no, you're home. You're part of the group. You're a part of our family. I love that. I love it. See? Character building. I'm really happy that we got backstory on River and Simon, their father, who was very loving and generous. It seemed like as long as they were doing what he wanted them to do, then all was good a little bit. It wasn't like it was an unconditional love, which, you should just want your children to be happy, but no one was willing to listen to Simon. And he's a genius. When both of your kids are geniuses, they might know more than you. Yeah, quirky. Most geniuses are very weird, and I dig that about them. But listen, just listen. And his father just kind of saying, if this happens again, I'm not coming for you. And then Mel leaving and abandoning him, I could see that would be an issue. if he never came back, and Mel coming back and saying, "You're part of the crew. Why are we still talking about this?" It's because I was just like, I can't believe he's leaving them behind. I was like, Kaylee's not going to stand for this. Oh my God. Like, we're leaving our people behind. And it was so much easier to get medical attention for Book without them being on the ship. And because of who he is, apparently. But then, them going back to save them after Book was like safe and he was in better health. And, like still considering them part of the crew. It's not like the captain was like, yeah, it would be simpler. Let's just leave it be. He's like, yeah, it would be simpler. Let's go get him. Love that. Mal is, like I said, that guy who reluctantly kind of does the right thing, but also, I don't think he could be any other way. And it's nice to kind of see, Simon is always constantly, on River, is like trying to keep her either happy or mellow or like out of trouble. And her finding her way to the whole dance area and having her, like, she's had now these 2 moments of like absolute freedom and bliss where, like she's just letting it all out there, whether, she's in space and she's staring around and she's feeling good about, just being free of like voices and being kind of in this experience that she's never had before. And then, the dancing, and I know that they talked about the dance recital at the beginning of the episode. And, she was probably like, she didn't seem like she loved to dance. She kind of like was almost like, yeah, it's boring. And wanted to come up with like this, battle plan that apparently Simon was going to lose. But like with her dancing and having that freedom and the smile and like her just like letting it all out. Like, I think that that's like good for her. That's healthy for her. And I think it's healthy for Simon too, to just like see her happy. Cause like he worries constantly about her. Like that's exhausting, but like he loves his sister. And I think that is a beautiful thing. I had an older sister, and she passed away almost 20 years ago. But I'd always said that I wanted a big brother, and my best friend of, 30 years has 2 big brothers and a younger brother. And believe me, I got my fill. I would say comparatively, it's like having a big brother more like Jane than it would be Simon. But it's I think it would be interesting to have a big brother. I'm jealous of people who have had that, kinda, until you get pinned down and tickled until you throw up. Anyway, trauma. And now I'm very curious about Book. Because I was like, when he's getting interrogated during Bushwhacked, I was like, can he keep a secret? Apparently he can. Apparently there's a big secret. Apparently he's somebody important. It was like no questions asked after they scanned his ID, and they were just like, get him in there as quickly as possible. He's somebody important, or he was somebody important, or he gave up something important, but he has some form of credentials that make him a right this way, sir kind of guy. I didn't expect him. That's the thing with this show, is like nothing's predictable. Absolutely nothing is predictable. I couldn't have expected Book to get shot. I would not have expected them to have to go to the Alliance for help for that and leave Simon and River behind. Such a great show. It's such a great show. I am just like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What's happening? Who's this? What is that, Narnia? Like, I could never tell you the direction that this is heading. Burning at the stake for being a witch. Again, you only have to worry about the Sanderson sisters. Like, that's it. And like, if all witches were like River, I'd be fine with it. I definitely thought that when she brought the berries in, that she was like going to say like, this is why people are sick. Like that they've been poisoned, and then when she's like, oh, they're poisoned, and he spits it out, and then it's all like a joke. I was just like, yeah, that is kind of like exactly the writing that you expect to happen in that moment. Not the joke, but definitely like, oh, the berries are really important because that's why people are sick, and they're going to figure it out, and everyone's going to be like, you guys are great. No, it was a joke. And then it's like, she's a witch, kill him. Like, fantastic writing. Just subverts expectation. And I love that so much. And I'm still very protective of Kaylee. Just her wanting to buy something for Simon, and then him calling the exact thing that she was going to buy junk. And then, him kind of like, I don't know what the word was that he used to call the ship, but garbage, crap, junk, pretty much anything that tears down Serenity, that is taken as a direct reflection of how you feel about the crew and the people on Serenity. And that's like really one way to like make Kaylee's attraction die. That would definitely be an ick moment for me, where I'd just be like, oh, is that what you think? Yeah, I'm no longer attracted to you. But she still seems like she has a little bit of a crush on him. She forgave him for it. She's much sweeter and nicer than I. And then, of course, we had River at the beginning talking about like how long it takes for blood to drain out of the human body. And I was just like, what the hell does that mean? Because they were just talking about cattle. And like if they stampeded on the ship, that it'd be like, just minced meat. And so I was like, I don't know where they came from. Instantly when Book was shot, I was like, oh, that's what she was talking about. And her just kind of saying like cows can't be cows in space until like they're in open air and, on land. And Mel being like, that makes perfect sense to me. And I was like, yeah, it does to me too. The way she says things sounds crazy, but like the meaning of how she says things, not crazy at all. Genius. She's a weird, quirky genius. I love the character development we're getting now for River. That was really bothering me in the last episode, where it just kind of seemed like she was like manic and kind of crazy. And, like every now and then, like, hits the nail on the head and you're like, that's the genius. But like now I can kind of see a little bit more of it, her like telepathically talking to the mute girl and learning her story. Like I was like, no, they are definitely communicating. Like that was like a different, but an Ahsoka Grogu moment. Like, like you could see like a conversation happening there. Okay, well, I know that we have to go back to Badger now and deliver his money or meet people somewhere and drop off the money. Again, we got more crime, we got more smuggling, we got more stealing and thieving to do. I thoroughly enjoy this crew and all the shenanigans about it. I will say that this episode, I know that I didn't like that hat on Jane, but it worked a lot better around Cattle. If I'm critiquing the hats, I think he'd look fine in a cowboy hat, but we didn't get that. So, you know what? It is what it is. Everyone's like, do you hate hats? And I was like, I think on Patreon, I gave like a list of hats that I actually like a newsboy cap or a Scotch bonnet or, something that's a little more dapper and stylish and not like goofy, like the 90s buckets hats that have come back recently. No. Gilligan, it's a no for me. But a show I haven't watched, which I want to say is, was it Penny Dreadful? What's the one with Cillian Murphy? I don't know what it is, but it's the one with Cillian Murphy or Killian Murphy, whatever his name is, where he's like wearing like that newsboy cap. It's a good hat. It's a good hat. And I'm a sucker for a baseball cap with a rounded brim, not the flat ones. It's a no for me. Okay, guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as the full-length reactions to all the previous episodes. You will need your own copy, but we can do a watch-along there. I am now putting up 2 different versions of the full-length, one with the Hulu intro and one without the Hulu intro. That way there is less confusion about how to sync up. And there's up to 1 episode early on Patreon, so if you want to see it before everybody else on YouTube, Patreon. We're also watching Ted Lasso over there. Some more movies in the next couple weeks. So go over there, enjoy that. It's always a good time. It's fun. And there's Patreon exclusives. There's movies that I have full-length versions of that I will never be editing. Maybe not, but it won't be for a long time. But those are available over there as well. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I feel like this show subverts expectations left and right. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much. Because if you can constantly guess what's coming and it's predictable, it's not nearly as fun. Sometimes it is. It makes me feel like a genius when I hit one. But more so when the writing is so well done like this. But that was Zac Efron, was it not? I didn't look in the credits afterwards. I immediately stop it and like start talking to you guys because I get so excited about talking about the show. And I think that was Zac Efron. That was a young Simon. I can tell because the gap in his teeth. Then he's got a major diastema, and I don't know if he had dental work done, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I know that he had a chin work done. Ooh, spreading rumors. Anyway, guys, catch me here next week for episode 6. I am absolutely loving this show. I am not, I'm still just flummoxed as to why Fox did what they did. I'm one of you guys now. Like, when do we riot? Midnight? I'll be there. Okay, guys. I'll see ya. Get out of here. Go. Bye.